Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. It's February 1st. It is a Saturday, and the moon at this time is in Pisces. Not just the moon, there's a lot of stuff happening in Pisces. The major thing, there's actually quite a bit of things happening sort of all at once in the same place. So I wanted to show you a chart because it'd be easier to talk about it if I could show it to you. So let's pull the chart up. And all right. And I'm going to make this nice and big for you guys so you can see it, maybe. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Come on, computer. It's very, very loggy today. Not very different from me. All right, so February 1st, today, February 1st, 2025 is a Hanged Man Day. A Hanged Man Day, 12 over 3. It is associated on the tree of life and in the tarot with the sign with the planet Neptune. And of course, today, one of the major things happening is a conjunction of Neptune and Venus. What makes that even more important at this time is that the North Node is in Pisces. It is a Neptune ruled sign. And Venus and Neptune have a special relationship because Neptune is considered the higher octave of Venus. Now, one of the things about Pisces is that it's very compassionate, compassion for the suffering of the people. And of course, through that process, we all sort of empathically feel the feelings that everybody else is feeling. But there isn't much we can do with it. There's not much we can do about it. Let's feel it, have it move through us. Um, the Hanged Man says to stay connected to cosmic consciousness. Stay connected to cosmic consciousness, um, and be open to what comes through that facility while just really observing the shifts and the changes that are going, because there isn't anything that you can really do save connect with cosmic consciousness. Now, Venus conjunct Neptune occurs at 28 degrees of Pisces, a fertile garden under a full moon. Enough is a feast. Success in mastering the earth plane is measured by our ability to win abundance without becoming a slave to greed. Fulfill your desire. Now, this is um, a, a degree that has been very active. Was very active last year. It's going to be active this year because Neptune moves so slowly. Today, it's not just about Venus and Neptune, although that is an important piece of the puzzle. We also have the Sun and Venus um, making a semi-square, meaning they're 45 degrees away from each other. That's as far away from that's the furthest away those two planets can be in an exact aspect, a 45-degree aspect. We have the moon early this morning making a trine. Where's the moon? Moon. Oh, moon. Here's moon. Early this morning made a trine to Mars. Um, this is a lot of water energy. It's a lot of it's a mass consciousness. Neptune is about mass consciousness, right? Pisces is about the consciousness of all things, the great cosmic sea from which comes up the new life, right? The new idea, the new expression. Venus is conjoins the North Node today as well. That's something else. So we have Neptune and Venus making a conjunction, and then Venus conjoining the North Node. That's at 29 degrees of Pisces. Symbol is a prism. We do not know God by surrendering the self. We do not, excuse me, we do not only know God by surrendering the self, we need also to and, and express the self creatively. So, and then on February 7th, which is 6 days from now, we have Neptune conjoining that North Node um, at 29 degrees of Pisces. Again, the idea of the prism is that when you look at light, it is all one color, right? It's white light. But then when you put it through the prism, you see the rainbow, you see the different frequencies of light. And while white light is considered, whole, right? Whole, um, it is the prism that shows us that it's unity and diversity in unity. And so this is showing us really through these symbols that we need each other. This is a time when we need to open our hearts to each other. Um, in a way, move out of the fear, but Pisces can also be fear and illusion and delusion and lunacy. Now we have the moon here. Um, the moon is the vibration of the seventh when Neptune conjoins the North Node. Um, we also have today Venus herself. Did I say that? Venus, yes, Venus conjuncts the North Node. Um, and then eventually, um, the Sun will join the North Node. That's going to happen later in February. So this month of February is going to be a very, very, very Neptunian, um, difficult to see, difficult to discern. Um, I think we're going to be walking in a lot of faith this month, and it's I guess what I really want to say about today and really kind of the week ahead, although there's other stuff happening, and I'll certainly talk about that. Um, but extending our compassionate hearts to each other, helping where we can, trying to avoid getting too caught up in the fear. There's a lot of, I mean, when you look at what's happened since um, F-47 has uh, won his election, and then especially, starting of the year, it really, if I was a believer in the end times, well, in a way, I kind of am, but not in the way that they believe the end times. I believe this is the end of a way of being and a new consciousness, it moving into a new direction, a new understanding, and it is in a way a fight uh, to stay in the dark. Actually, it's not a fight. It's an inner fight. It's an inner fight. It's the choice between staying in the dark and waking up to the light. And that's why we have all this wokeness. But people are awake and people are seeing what's going on. And planes are falling from the sky and nothing's being said, or people are being blamed that have nothing to do with it. Um, the system is in critical condition. The systems are in critical condition. The government is here to aid the people, right? That's what the government is here to help protect us, to keep us safe. And, we work hard and we pay our taxes. And then that money goes to, and that money goes to, um, things that aren't always for our best interest or the best interest of the planet. And then those who have the most don't pay any taxes at all, and they get to make the rules. I don't think so. Pluto's in Aquarius. I don't think so. I think the difference between the time now Pluto's in Aquarius and then the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, the power to the people, the revolutions, the American Revolution, the French Revolution, is that it's not going to take as long because we are so connected. But we can get fooled and we can get um, waylaid in a way if we depend on what's being shown to us. So we have to stay connected. We have to stay communicating to each other. Um, there is a resistance to those who wish to control us. And yet there needs to be an acceptance also to the changes that we're seeing and I don't know if we're going to have a choice but to allow the changes to happen. The changes are happening, the changes are here. I want to thank everybody for all your wonderful sentiments. My father-in-law passed away yesterday at 1:09 p.m. They took him off the life support. He had had a major heart attack and had so much anoxia to his brain that he wasn't ever going to wake up. And so my sister-in-laws went and made the decision and sat by his side, and we're very grateful for them. He lives about, they live in upstate New York, so that's about 4 hours from here, 3.5 hours, 4 hours. So over the next couple of days, I'm thinking we're probably going to find out what's going on and um, what our next steps are. But he was a very good man, and in a way, he was born in Germany, and I think 38 in the middle of the rise of Hitler and the Nazis and all the terrible things that happened at that time. He had many times in his young life when he was running away from planes strafing, running through the fields. He remembers that. He lived in an orphanage for a while because after the war, there was so much poverty. It was really an incredible life. And he used to say to me, I survived. I feel like I survived because um, there was a greater purpose for me. And one of his greatest loves was his family. And he was a good man and he raised good people. And I'm the beneficiary of one of those children, my husband Michael, which I'm very grateful for. Um, Carl was Michael's best man at the wedding. And he a Taurus. And so one thing you can say, he was one of the most loyal people. And if you needed somebody to be there for you, he was always the one to raise his hand and wait as long as he had to for you. So a good man, and we're going to miss him a lot. In a way, I'm glad that well, it's just interesting. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Probably not like this, but we're going to have Mystic Sisters tonight on this channel. We're going to talk a lot about, what's been going on, what our take is on it. Maybe we'll also do a little astrology. We're definitely in interesting times, and we'll get through this together and hopefully be wiser. Definitely older and hopefully wiser. All right. Take care, everyone. Much love. Namaste.